Hi, I'm going to teach you how to use Evernote, and this is the basic free Evernote. It is not the one that you have to purchase, so you can just go to evernote.com and download the free version of this program. I'm going to teach you how to use it to plan out your lesson plans. And you can print these out if you don't want your kids on the computer. My older 4 children, they get onto the computer because with their lesson plans, they have links that they can click on, and they don't even have to go to the website that we use for those particular lesson plans. And for my little children, I just use it for myself to keep track of what we're doing and keep ourselves organized and structured. So currently I'm working on the brain, and just to give you an idea of how to create a note, I'm going to cancel this one. Everything is set up in notebooks. So I'm going to create a notebook. You just click down on the notebook tab and new notebook, and then you're going to title your notebook and click save. And then when you want to start making notes, you just have to click on the notebook you want to work on, and up at the top click new note. And just to warn you, my computer's working a little bit slow today. There are different versions of this. There is an app that you can use for tablets and phones, and Windows 8 has an app, and I'm not using those. I'm using the internet. I'm just logged on to my account on the internet. So you click on this little, where it said Untitled, and you're going to put in a title. For my titles for each note, I like to use the current, the day that the assignments are assigned. So I put dates in the day of the week so that my children can keep track of which assignments are due that day and which ones they're supposed to be working on. So for me, I'm just going to create one. We'll just put a date in here. And then typically I would just start off, when I first started this, I would just start off by typing in everything from scratch. And I would do that with each and every day. But I kind of got tired of that because some of the stuff that I put on there is just your standard, daily thing that they do. The only reason I have it on there is to make sure they remember to do it. So what I have been doing lately to make my life a little bit easier, and also to help me keep track of what they did the previous day so I'm not repeating things, is I'm working on, I just finished Tuesday, and so I am going to copy this entire thing. And on my computer, for some reason, it's a lot easier to copy from the bottom to the top. It just goes a little bit faster. And hopefully this works because we've been having some issues. Okay, so I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to click New Note. Like I said, this just saves me a lot of work. And this saves frequently. So you don't have to worry. It might make it a little bit slower, but it does save frequently. So if something happens to where you have to leave, or you're in the middle of stuff and the power goes out or something, don't worry. It most likely saved what you were working on. Okay, so we're going to type in Wednesday. And then I'm just going to paste. So the reason I do this is because I can see that for math, the brain on the previous day worked on Chapter 6, Chapter 7, and Chapter 8. So now I know I can put in, I know where I left off, and I can put in the next lessons for the following, for that day. I use all-in-one-homeschool.com for some of our curricula, and I kind of wanted to show you this because I thought it was really cool. I'm going to, and I always copy the day, they're set up in days. This helps me remember which day I copied last so that I'm not copying the same day all the time. And I don't know why that's not scrolling down. But I'll start from the bottom then. So, because we're on a new day, we're not working on Tuesday anymore, I'm going to delete what we've copied and pasted for Tuesday. But I now know that day 17 is not the day I need to copy. I hit delete. There we go. And then I'm going to go to allinoneHomeschool.com, and I just clicked on the subject. You can either, in allinoneHomeschool.com, they have an area where you can click on, it's on a menu, and you can click on the subject and click on the grade for that subject, or you can click on the grade for the entire curriculum, copy the entire curriculum. So if you're using allinoneHomeschool.com, or otherwise known as Easy Peasy, you can always just copy the entire day's worth of work for all of the curriculum. I just clicked on English for the brain's grade, and I'll show you right here. I just clicked on English for the right grade, and then that way all I have to do is copy her English work, because that is really all she does on here at this point. So now I am going to go to my Evernote and go to English, and I'm going to paste. Now the nice thing about this too, if you're using a website where they have links or videos or anything like that that the kids need to see or click on, and you don't really want them surfing the internet, it adds all of the links so that they can just click from the link directly to that site that they need to go to. It works with YouTube, it works, and you can even copy and paste links yourself if you don't use any particular online curriculum. You can copy the link to, say, a YouTube video or a Khan Academy video or whatever you need them to click to, and it will take them straight to that link. So that's really nice. And if this would work right, I could show you. But of course, since I'm recording, it's not going to work correctly. Okay, maybe if I go into a different, I'd like to show you how that works. So I'll go into a different note and show you. And sometimes if you're using the internet version, it is kind of slow. The nice thing is that it does sync. So whenever I change things on here, it syncs on all of our tablets and on the phones that we have that have Evernote, so that my children can actually access their lesson plans and actually some of their lessons anywhere they are. They don't have to necessarily be on my laptop. In fact, I would prefer them not to be on my laptop. But anyway, so if you want to see the links, let's see. This one says read poem 6. So you click on poem 6, and there's the website with poem 6. So I think that's a lot easier than having your kids having to search the internet constantly for the websites and the different places that they go for their schoolwork. So even if they're doing a research paper and you have a few links that you want them to try for that research paper, you can always just paste them in here. Something else that I really like too is that for the 3 children that I have that are basically doing the same thing, I can just make their notebook together. So for Luke, Leia, and Gremlin, theirs is all together. And I don't let them get on the internet or on the computer to check out their lesson plans. I just use that for my own outline of what they're doing that day, and it makes my life a lot easier to stay on track. So just remember, this is Evernote. It's evernote.com. Download the basic free. If you want the premium, by all means go for it. I like to get things for free, so I am just using the free version. And this helps me keep track of everything I need for my kids. And now my 4 older children are pretty much self-directed, so they just know every morning when they get up to do their schoolwork, they just go to Evernote and they click on their notebook, and they scroll to the day that they're working on. And with Evernote, the last note that you worked on, or the last note that you created, is always on top. So my kids know that they need to scroll down a bit and just find today's date and start working on the lessons for that. So I hope that helps. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions, just leave comments or the questions in the comment box on this blog, and then I'll be able to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks.